help or whatever the case may be. Maybe it was emergency transportation, whatever it might be, the unexpected stuff, that's kind of where we fit in. So I'm going to kind of go a high level overview here. What we'll talk about is disability insurance, short-term disability. It covers you for 6 months or 12 months. And it's off-job coverage of any sort of accident or sickness that keeps you out of work per doctor's orders. And that pays you up to 60% of your salary. And we were fortunate enough to be able to get guarantee issue for you guys on this, on short-term disability and also on critical illness insurance. So what critical illness insurance does is it pays you a lump sum benefit if you're diagnosed with a menu of different illnesses, including things like cancer, heart attack, strokes being some of the most popular. And the guarantee issue amount on that is $20,000, and I'll kind of go into that a little bit deeper here in a moment. But keeping the pace here, we also have the accident plan, which covers you on and off the job. It's worldwide coverage. Again, this is intended to help offset unexpected medical expenses that result from a covered accidental injury. And then lastly, we offer a term life insurance that you can get 10, 15, 20, or up to 30 years of coverage. All of these benefits are 100% portable, and whatever price that you start at, it's going to lock in at that rate for the rest of your life. And you can keep these benefits for as long as you'd like. Even if you retire or maybe you move to another state, you're no longer with the company, you can bring them with you, and again, the price stays the same. So what I'm going to do first is just go over short-term disability. I think it's probably one of the most important things for you to have outside of your medical and gap. It's income protection in the event that you are sick or you get injured and you don't have the ability to get to work. This is going to pay you a portion of your paycheck while you're out of work. And again, this one is guaranteed issue. So if maybe you've had trouble getting this type of coverage in the past, this is a great opportunity for you to be able to qualify and to get that coverage. They give you a little example here of a young lady, Ashley, who was jogging, right? She hurts her leg. The story is the doctor says she's out for 3 weeks. After using paid time off for a week, Ashley stopped receiving a paycheck. Well, she had disability insurance that paid for those other 2 weeks that she was out until she could get back to work, just kind of filling in the gaps between the time that she was out and she was able to healthy enough to get back to work. So super important about disability as well is it also covers for women pregnancy. So it covers 6 weeks for a natural birth, 8 weeks for a C-section. And that money, again, is paid directly to you so that you have some income coming in during that time. It also does not coordinate with your paid time off or anything like that, any other benefits that you have. So that money is paid directly to you regardless of how you use it. As long as you have, your doctor's diagnosis, we'll be happy to help you with filing your claims. Our team here, we work directly with Financial Designs and David and his team, so we're in one unison. So if you need help filing a claim, whether you call David's office or you call ours, we're going to be able to help you get that claim filed. Any questions on short-term disability? Great. Okay. And obviously you can call us anytime with questions about these different plans. So next is the accident plan. I'm just going to give you a brief scenario here. So this is one of the employees' covered children, because on these plans you can add family coverage, employee spouse, your whole family. So this little child was running. They tripped on the playground, right? The mom took him to the urgent care. We paid them for that. Milo had an x-ray done on his hand. He had a laceration, but there was no stitches. He fractured his hand, okay? And he was given a splint. And he had some follow-up visits to the doctor. And the total benefits she received for his accident was $900. So it's paid directly to you. You can use that in addition to your gap plan. So your gap plan might pay the cost of the deductibles for the diagnostics, whatever the case may be. That's going to pay the doctors and the hospitals everything that they need. Maybe you had to take 2 days off of work, whatever the case may be, to cover some of the, to get to get your child help. That money's paid directly to you. You use that however you need to use it. And this is just a small example. And obviously, any sort of accidents that happen on or off the job, 24/7, it's going to pay you benefits every step of the way. So that's our accident plan. Critical illness is, like I mentioned earlier, this is a big one. This one covers the big stuff like cancer, heart attack, strokes. You can see the whole list there, but anything that you see 100% next to, if you're diagnosed with one of these things, God forbid, it's got a face amount that you choose, okay? And again, you can get guaranteed issue up to $20,000 in coverage, and it's going to pay you that benefit at the time of the diagnosis. So in this example, you have the $20,000 in coverage. God forbid you're diagnosed with cancer. Thank God you have an awesome medical plan with the gap insurance that's going to cover a lot of the, the out-of-pocket expenses. Any additional out-of-pocket expenses you may have, you can use this money to cover that. Maybe you want to go see a specialist, or you want to do some experimental treatment. Now you have a little bit of money to use to go and get those extras taken care of that maybe you otherwise wouldn't be able to do. It pays up to 3 times in the life of the policy for 3 separate events. So even if you got paid one time, the policy still is in force for up to 3 times the face amount over the lifetime of the policy for 3 separate events. Okay, and that's called critical illness. And then lastly, I'm just going to show you the rates. So for instance, on the accident plan that we're discussing, you're looking at $3.98 a paycheck for the accident plan that covers you on and off the job. This also includes a wellness benefit. So once a year, if you're going and you're doing your doctor's visits, you file a claim with Colonial. It's very easy, 3 questions, your name, the doctor's name, and the test you took. They're going to send you a check for $50 every year just as a reward for staying in good health. And you can see you can also add your spouse or your dependents or the whole family, and that's the rate breakdown for the accident. Disability and critical, it's based on your age. So you can kind of see a breakdown here based on the age, and all the rates will be automatically calculated in the system when you go in and you enroll. It'll automatically populate your rate, but this just kind of gives you, it's a very affordable way to cover yourself for some of these unexpected events. Short-term disability for 6 months, this is the weekly deduction based on these monthly payout benefits. Everybody's is going to be different because it's going to be based on 60% of your salary, but this just gives you kind of an idea, okay? And then on the critical illness, if you're a non-tobacco user, you can see here, again, even $20,000 is relatively affordable, to cover yourself in the event that, God forbid, something unexpected happens. Any questions on any of those that I've gone over?
On the critical, is that you said non-tobacco users? What about tobacco users?
Yeah, so you can get it as a tobacco user. There's a slight increase in the rates. I didn't put it in here just for the sake of it was piling up on the screen, but I can when you go into the application and it's going to ask you, are you a tobacco user? And if you hit yes, it's going to automatically calculate those rates. It's
right.
It's not
okay.
double or anything like that. It's just, there is an increase for sure. And again, these are paid directly to you. You can keep them as long as you want. Once you have it, it's yours. I will say that for all the benefits, there's a pre-existing condition clause. So anything you've sought treatment on in the last 12 months has a 12-month waiting period before it's covered like everything else. So for example, on short-term disability, if an employee is already pregnant now, that pregnancy would not be covered because they were already pregnant prior. But if they had another pregnancy later on, obviously that would be covered, or if they got sick or if they got injured, at that time, those benefits would be covered. It's just you have a 12-month waiting period for anything you've sought treatment on in the last 12 months. And other than that, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Again, guaranteed issue on critical illness and disability insurance. and that's my portion. So I'll unshare my screen here, Dave, and give it back to you.
I got one question for you.
Sure.
Is there no long-term disability available?
The longest term that we have is the 12 months. There's not like we don't offer a true long-term disability.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let me stop sharing here. And there you go, Dave.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Let me go here. Can you all see my screen? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. All right. So again, to apply for those products, you'll be able to do it right on here. There's tutorials also where you'll be able to click on there. I think it's pretty cool. And you'll be able to see for each one. Okay. So so we can go through pretty quickly, I've gone ahead and waived everything, because if I don't sign up or waive, it doesn't let me get through the last page. So you'll be able to sign up depending on the one you want. If you do not select one, you'll have to make sure to waive it. You'll see the enroll button down here. And then we'll continue through them pretty quickly. Here's another tutorial on the other one. And they each have a little video clip, okay? So once you've gotten through them, you'll see a summary of what you've selected. You can go back in and change it, right? So I can go back in and change my medical and so forth if I wanted to, or the gap, or whatever the case may be, okay? Once you're okay with it, then that's it. You see you're 86% complete. You're just going to sign the form. How do you sign it? You're going to click on sign. You're going to type in your name. Once you typed in your name, you're going to click on next, and then you're going to sign it with your mouse. Okay. So that pretty much is it. You're ready to go once you sign it. And then you're going to go up here and you're going to finish signing. Okay. And that is the entire enrollment process. You can either tell us the experience with respect to the enrollment. This is more for the actual system. You can do it or not. You can provide feedback, submit the survey, and that's it. You're done. You're going to click here when you're finished. And as I mentioned, you can come back in and you can go through all of the documents are in here, right? So you can go back and forth. If you want to, again, go look at a specific document, you'll be able to do it. Okay, here's your Colonial Life resources, a summary of benefits, United, and so forth. Any questions?
No, thank you very much.
All right, then as soon as you get the email, go through the process, try to submit it pretty quickly. I like to submit everything, between Friday and Monday to make sure everyone has their cards on time and so forth. If you do have any questions, you can, all my information is here. Joe information is here. If you have any issues with the system, obviously you can call me or you can contact Data. And if you do come up with any questions with respect to any of your benefits while you're discussing with your dependents, with your spouse and so forth, then just go ahead and reach out to me. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Joe.
You got it.
All righty. We'll talk soon.